love Grandma and Grandpa because they always make us happy.
My favourite memory of Mum and Dad is just how so welcoming they were to me. The very first day that I met them, coming up here, all the things.
Anyway, so I told my story and I'm like, oh yeah, and
Dad prayed for my shoulder after I heard it in the Pedal Against Poverty charity bike ride that we did, that Dave and I did, and just when it was so welcoming and loving, encouraging. Yeah, just couldn't ask for better in-laws.
My favourite memory of Grandma and Grandpa is when me and Josh convinced Grandpa to have a sword fight with us, and as we proceeded to beat him up, Grandma just stood there laughing.
I love you, Grandma and Grandpa, because you're really, really fun. And
happy anniversary, Grandma and Grandpa. One of my happiest memories of you guys was staying with you as a little girl and all the fun that we had, and seeing the huge priority that you both placed on praying together every morning. That's an example that's inspired and blessed my marriage, and I'm so thankful for it. And one of the things I love about you both is how you're so different. I think your differences really complement each other, and they just make you such a great team.
one of my best memories of Grandma and Grandpa is when we went to the park. We had heaps of fun.
So I have forgiven the grandparents, namely grandmother, from things she may have done to me before. And they've really kept us in line. I'd like to thank the grandparents for everything and for loving us and for having a real concrete relationship. It's impressive. If I were grandma, I would not have stayed with grandpa for that long. If I was grandpa, I would not have stayed with grandma for that long. Whatever. Anyway, love you, grandparents. Thanks for everything.
The thing I love about Pam and Stu is how loving and welcoming they are, and how much wisdom they share as well.
The thing I love most about Grandma and Grandpa is their friendliness.
Alright, so what I like most about my parents, I think, is their kindness and their generosity. You don't have somewhere to live? Yeah, you've got a house. Don't have a car? Drive a house. They're supportive and generous in their spirit as well, and encouraging. It's like, yeah, you can do this, go for it, give it a go. And I guess the most important, we're so lucky they taught us about God. We are so lucky to be raised in a family.
I enjoy being with Grandpa because he likes to talk about nature stuff, and I enjoy that too. I like talking to Grandma because she likes to listen.
I have to say the thing I appreciate most about my grandparents is the fact that they're not terrorists. I know there has been some suspicion on this account. It is not true. No matter what the newspapers and the tabloids and even Channel 9 News say about it, they are not responsible for that incident.
Hey guys, what do you love about Grandma and Grandpa?
What?
What do you guys love about Grandma and Grandpa?
What are you doing with my camera?
I'm recording.
Are you doing the video for the anniversary thing?
Yeah.
What's that the thing Bronte's doing?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, that's right, we're meant to make a video. What we love about Grandma and Grandpa?
Yeah.
Well, jinx. Well, it's going to sound really cheesy, but I guess one of the things I really love about Grandma and Grandpa is that whenever I meet them again, or visit them, or they come visit us, whenever I see them, I think what's going through my mind, oh, Grandpa's going to come up and give me a big hug, and Grandma's going to kiss me on the cheek. Big bear hugs. He's going to come up and kiss me on the cheek, and then I think, you know what, I'm going to do it equally. And so just crush Grandpa. Give Grandma a massive kiss on the nose. And it's but yeah, it's just whenever I see them, I just feel so happy. So because I know in my heart that they want what's best for me, and they love me, and they've dedicated basically all of their lives to us, to their family and stuff, to their family, not us in particular, to their family, and so yeah, just there's no way I'd be able to repay that, no matter how much I tried. But just thank you.
Yeah.
Still.
Okay, Ben?
And also how like they're always willing to go out of their way just to get Dan and I to church and stuff and get us back. Like whenever we don't have a ride, we always just ask Grandma and Grandpa, hey.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're one of the only people that we know that would like always go out of the way to do like anything for us, pretty much.
Yeah.
Almost anything. So like
it's very true.
Yeah, it's pretty so true. It is.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Thanks.
For having me over at your place while the others are at Easter Fest. Granny and Grandpa, they're really synthetic.
Intimidated for all of this. So I thought it would be best if I expressed myself in interpretive dance. Not really. No. I'm so grateful for you both. The memories that stand out the most to me are the squeeziest, lovingest hugs and kisses that are unique to you both. The group prayer huddles, and the long conversations that we have over breakfast or any other meal, actually, where we would just discuss all kinds of things, and they would end suddenly because we'd all realise, hey, we're meant to be somewhere else right now. I love you both so much. My memories are ordinary memories, but they're so precious to me because they express such love. And I just really love you both and wish you both the most happiest 50th wedding anniversary.
I love your grandma and grandpa because they're really nice to play with.
Hi Mum and Dad. 75th wedding anniversary. Wow, that's a biggie. 50th wedding anniversary, still a biggie. Mum, Dad, I'm really privileged to be your son, the number one son. Sorry, I meant number two son. I love that you are both completely in love with God, with Jesus, that your salvation was sincere and that you emanate His love. And I love the conversations that we've had together. Such wonderful, sweet fellowship. I love growing up in a house, Dad, where you used to read the Bible around the kitchen table, and it was liquid gold, just pouring from you. Your love for the Word of God. So I really enjoy that. I love it. I love that you're not Sunday only Christians, but you're through and through, you love God. And that love has affected a lot of areas of your life. Mum, the reason I believe was because that I saw that you had a love that the other mothers that I knew did not have. A depth of love way beyond what they had. So, love you all, love you both. And looking forward to this celebration of 50 years of marriage.
The grandparents' faith has always been like a testament to me because it's just amazing. Like, their prayers go on forever, but the point of them is usually really important, and they always believe that it will happen, and it generally does. So yeah.
Hello.
Hi.
What's a funny story or just something you like about Grandma and Grandpa?
Well,
This is not at all planned. This is all completely genuine.
yeah. Okay, so first I just want to say they're generous, caring, loving, and kind. Like, say if you need help, they just help. Like, they help you, and I just always remember, like, Grandpa going, like whenever they visit us, Grandpa coming up and giving me a massive hug, and then like he would squish me and I'd be like, ah, that hurt. And then Grandma giving like, kissing me like all over my face, and I'll just be like, oh yay. They're just very kind to us, and they there's 24 grandchildren, they like love them all, so yeah, they're fancy.
Alright, my favourite memory about Grandpa is when I was little. He and Grandma were looking after us up at Caves Beach, and I got upset for some reason when I locked myself in one of the closets, and he came, I heard a knock on the door, knock knock, can I come in? Okay. He came and sat next to me for ages talking to me till I wasn't upset anymore. My favourite memory of Grandma is one time I heard that she was a nurse, and I was, again, really little. I was like, oh look Grandma, I wrapped someone up in toilet paper. I was like, look, I bandaged them, and I could see warring on her face this look of, oh that's cute, and this professional pride and horror at what I had done. Those are my favourite memories of Grandma and Grandpa.
So, what do I like most about Grandma and Grandpa? Well, I guess that they hooked up and decided to have a baby. The first baby in particular, because she's hot. And that's a really good thing. What else is really cool about them? I guess they are inspirational Christians, and that's been an awesome thing in my life, and I think it's certainly helped me when it's come to looking after my own kids, because if they hadn't been there, my kids definitely wouldn't be as good as they are today. So I think that's the best thing about Grandma and Grandpa.
Grandma and Grandpa, you both are the most incredible, most loving and lovable grandparents I could ever have asked God for. Just as God has truly blessed everyone who has been a part of your lives, by receiving your love, knowledge and wisdom as a gift, He's blessed you both with each other. Grandma, when I often start to pray about one day meeting the man that God has planned for me to be with for the rest of my life in marriage, a good, kind, handsome would be another bonus. Christian man, just as you used to pray, I suddenly remembered you and Grandpa as an example of how God answered your prayers, even if it took you a while to get past the stubbornness to see it. This fills me with great hope, as I know in my heart that if I remain faithful in prayer as you did, and I trust in God with all my heart, that God will bless me with a man with a heart like Grandpa's and a mind full of wisdom and knowledge. And that fills my heart with great joy and peace. Grandpa, you are also truly blessed to have such a caring, loving, faithful, also wise, hard-working, joyous, but above all, patient wife who loves you unconditionally, despite all your really long prayers and stories, which I admit I can't blame you because I'm sort of like that too, and I get that off you, so thanks a lot. I'm just going to read a quick scripture. I feel that it's relevant to you guys and just the way that you live your lives together in marriage as one. So the scriptures, Ephesians 5 verse 23 to 33, but I'm just going to read it through to 29 because I feel that that's relevant for what we're sharing today. Wives, submit to your husbands as to the Lord, for the husband is the head of the wife, as Christ is the head of the church, his body of which he is the Saviour. Now as the church submits to Christ, so also wives should submit to their husbands in everything. Husbands, love your wives just as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for her, to make her holy, cleansing her by washing her with water through the word, and to present her to himself as a radiant church, without stain or wrinkle or any other blemish, but holy and blameless. In this way, husbands ought to love their wives as their own bodies. He who loves his wife also loves himself. I just feel that that's really relevant, and Grandma and Grandpa have lived up to that scripture for as long as I've known them, and I'm sure Dad and all my uncles and aunties could agree with that. Okay. I just want to thank you guys, Grandma and Grandpa, for setting what as humans is the closest that is possible to perfect as an example of what marriage is and what marriage should be. On behalf of all the grandchildren, I just want to say thank you for that. Love you guys. Bye.
Happy 50th anniversary, Grandma and Grandpa! We love you! Bye!
Well, Mum and Dad, bless yous. Happy 50th. Yeah, it's just been a blessing being your son. You guys are awesome. You're just fantastic role models, and so many of the strong qualities I've got, which I'm pretty happy about, pretty proud of. I think they're good qualities, some of them, not all of them, but yeah, the ones you guys to be credited with so much. At the time, of course, it was tough. Didn't like everything you had to say, but look, later on I look back and thank you for having such a strong stance and sticking to your guns on issues. Maybe you were a bit soft on me at times, and maybe I needed a tougher, to toughen up a bit more. But eventually I've woken up, and hopefully I'm a better product because of your input, which I am. So thank you, God bless, enjoy your day, and look forward to the future together.
Hey, happy 50th anniversary. Just like to say thank you for always caring for us and praying for us, and that you're always so excited for each step that we make in our walk with Christ. One of my great memories with Grandpa was when he took me on the bridge tour in year 12, just going around some of the bridges he built. That was really cool because he was interested in what I was doing at the time in my engineering studies, and also I got to see what he does and share some learning with him and had lunch and stuff together, which is a pretty cool day out. One of the things I remember about Grandma, earliest memories with her, was the time we were driving in the car and it was just Grandma and I. Well, she was driving, I was in the front seat. And she was telling me how to invite Jesus into your heart, and yeah, I think that was the first time I heard about that from memory, and that was really cool, and so I was able to do that then, and yeah, ever since being able to know Jesus, so that's pretty cool. Two things. One thing that Grandma always said, and one thing that Grandpa always said that just made us feel at home. Like every time that we come to see Grandma and Grandpa, Grandpa would come out, arms wide, hello, hello, hello. And those one word repeated 3 times was just like, yes, we're home. And then he'd give us that big squeezing bear hug that we'd be like, okay, choking now. And Grandma not all the time, but a lot of the time, she'd sing, "This is the day that the Lord has made, let us rejoice and be glad in it." And yeah, that's just something I remember and I'm grateful for, that I can now remember too and enjoy every day knowing that it's a gift from God. Love you, Grandma and Grandpa.
Completely without any being forced or made to say anything I don't actually mean. I love you, grandparents.
I like your Grandma.
I love you.
I love you, Grandma and Grandpa. I love you, Grandma and Grandpa.
Love you, Grandma and Grandpa.
Love you, Grandma and Grandpa.
I love you, Grandma and Grandpa.
I love you, Grandma and Grandpa. Happy anniversary.
I love you. Love you, Grandma and Grandpa.
I love you.
I love you, grandparents and parents and parents-in-laws. You're cool.
I love you.
I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you.
Love you, Grandma and Grandpa.
Love you, Grandma and Grandpa. Happy anniversary.
I love you, Grandma and Grandpa.
I love you, Grandma and Grandpa.
Love you, Mum and Dad. You guys are awesome.
I love you, Mum and Dad.
I love you guys.
Love you, Mum and Dad. Happy 50th wedding anniversary.